Lagooners. Yes, here I am in Ashia Canal Park. That's behind me. Ducks or geese or whatever they are squawking. They don't squawk, do they? They quack. Well, anyway, there's plenty of noise. I don't know if you can hear the very sort of exotic sounding semi in the background. We call it a cicada. This is quite a busy area actually. It could be busier, but this is about the quietest spot I could find so that I could actually talk to you. Almost like one-on-one. I keep telling people don't say like, and there I was just saying it. Anyway, not much to get through on the transfer front. I've been checking the news. Who doesn't? In the summer time, that's what we do. We check the news and imagine formations of players that we haven't even got, and plenty of news regarding players we haven't got. Who am I going to talk about? Sami Khedira. I'm not even sure why I'm still talking about him, but here I am still doing that. Also going to talk about Roberto Fermino, is it, or Fermino? I can't remember how you say it or spell it even, which isn't good, is it? Then Joel Campbell, a little bit on him. Thomas Vermaelen, have to say a bit about him. Nani. Apparently his first name's Lewis. I only found that out the other day, but I wouldn't say it's gospel. And Phil Jones, possibly even Chris Smalling. See, the list gets more and more ridiculous by the day. Anyway, I'm looking around because I'm just sort of checking out the insect life around here, hoping that none of them wander into my computer. But anyway, let's start with, who should we start with? Because I'm struggling to read this. Sami Khedira. Oh yes, Podolski said that Sami Khedira will feel most at home. In fact, I'll quote him, should I? He knows how much fun he will have with me, Ozil and me and Per Mertesacker at Arsenal. So really, wait a minute, isn't it supposed to be about football? Fun is second. I know football and fun go together, but wait a second. I'm really sure that that's not what Arsenal Football Club's all about. I thought it was more about, well, it's more about a jogger having a little stare at me as he jogs past. But aside from that, it's also about getting results. Like, I think you could tell on the Japan trip last season that Arsenal are having a great time, and obviously we won a cup, so we don't mind that. But what we do object to is the players having too much fun. I say that, I mean, I don't mind, as I said, as long as their main focus is on winning. Of course they've got to relax at times. But, I don't know, that comment worried me a little bit, bearing in mind that Podolski is either injured or unfit a lot of the time, which is unusual for a German player. And I'll say all that, and at the same time say I'm quite a big fan of his. However, I would consider letting him go because I just don't think he plays enough minutes. Although when he does play, he can make a big impact on the game. So I'm not too sure how I feel about him. And the same goes for Roberto Fermino, who's £8 million worth of Brazilian talent currently at Hoffenheim. He scored 16 goals and provided 11 assists. He's a number 10, come striker, come winger. So, all in all, you've got to ask yourself, why do we want to buy another number 10? We turn our nose up at Fabregas, I won't go on about it, or belabour the point, but you know what I mean, don't you? Why? Why would we do it? I mean, it does sell newspapers, that's the only reason I can think of. So, a 22-year-old number 10 being linked with us. Don't personally see that happening. Joel Campbell obviously is one of our players, although he still doesn't have a squad number in that. That in itself is a little worrying. He's been linked with Sunderland, a loan move there possibly. AC Milan also interested. There's talk, and I found this really interesting, that Mario Balotelli may come the other way. It was quite strange how I took this story when I read it. First of all, I thought they were going to give us Balotelli plus £7.9 million, which would indeed be almost enough to buy Roberto Fermino, not that we're interested. But no, it's not like that. So what it is, we get Balotelli, we get bags and bags worth of trouble, or it says baggage if you like, plus we have to fork out 7.9 million and give them Joel Campbell, who looks very promising. Obviously Joel Campbell's been on loan at Lorient in France, Real Betis in Spain and Olympiacos in Greece, and according to Tutto Sport of Italy anyway, we could do a deal which will see us fork out £7.9 million plus give AC Milan Campbell and get Balotelli in exchange. Despite having misread that whole thing in the beginning, I wouldn't be averse to that idea, not by any stretch of the imagination, purely because I like Balotelli as a player. I think he can make a difference. On a day when you can't unlock a defence, you throw Balotelli on and you get some impact in the front line. You might even get a goal. Whether he's going to fit with the rest of the team is another story. That only Arsene Wenger can answer that one. But I think I'd take a chance on him for that kind of price even. Then we've got Vermaelen, could be off to Barcelona, that's the last I'm hearing. £11 million is what they want to spend. We want 15 million. So no one pays 15 million. He's staying to run down the last year of his contract. I can see the stance changing as we get closer and closer to the end of August. I can see Vermaelen being sold for a lot less than that. 10 million will do it, possibly even less. Then talking of around 10 million, that's about the price apparently for Nani if we want him. He's got no place in, just checking the spider wandering past, it's not that big luckily. Nani's got no place left apparently at Manchester United now that they're going to revert to a 3-4-3 formation. Not quite seeing the logic in that, but that's the story I picked up. He's gonna want £110,000 a week, which probably means that we will not be signing him. He's got 4 years left on his contract. He really made fun of us at Old Trafford in one of the games that we got absolutely hammered. I'm not so sure he would fit in with the rest of our team. Although I do like him as a player, and I will certainly be delighted if we sign him for any amount of money. 9 million sounds a snip to me. And talking to Manchester United, finally, what about Phil Jones? What about Chris Smalling? Could they be on the way to Arsenal? I don't think so. They've lost Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. Why would they get rid of their centre backs? It makes no sense at all. But at this time of year, that's how it is in football. And so on that quite negative note, I will say, away until the next time. Up the Gooners!